Hey, y'all, it's your favorite Unc. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to Nightcap YouTube channel so you never miss a single live stream or video of myself, Ocho, and Gil. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you.
I have another question for you. Now, this is a great topic, chat. Y'all stay with me real quick, chat. Stay with me. So, Brady Belichick, we understood the maturation and relationship that they had in that we never knew who was responsible for the greatness of the New England Patriots, whether it was Bill or whether it was Tom. But we saw once Tom left, we saw what happened. Right. So what happens if you separate Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes? Is it Andy Reid or is it Patrick Mahomes? Is it just, or is it a similar relationship, similar to Bill and Tom, or is this completely different?
Andy Reid was in Philly. How long was Andy in Philly? 14 years. He went to one Super Bowl and he lost. He's been with Patrick. He's been in the last 5 years. He's gone 4 times.
Right. Okay.
So you tell me.
So it's the quarterback. Okay.
That's the guy.
I was curious.
That's the guy.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Right.
He is. And I'm not. Look, and they work well together.
Very well.
I think the thing for those two guys, none of those guys wants to see I can win without you. And that's what kind of started happening in New England because one of the guys started. And I think for the most part, the media's done a great job not trying to say, well, who gets more credit? Kind of like what they started to do with Coach Belichick and Coach Brady.
Right.
Coach Belichick and Brady. They started like, who's most responsible for this dynasty? And they started to hear it. And Coach Belichick said, well, of course I am. And Tom says, but I'm the one that's throwing the football. I'm the one that's out there doing it. And all of a sudden, well, I want to show you. Because see what happened with Joe and Coach Walsh. When Coach Walsh retired, Joe went to another Super Bowl and won Super Bowl MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So we had really never seen Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and the head coach split. Like Ted Bradshaw could have that case because Coach Noll still coached after Terry left.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it was but when we look at Coach Belichick and Tom, I was the one. And I think he deserves some credit because he did he drafted the players. He did everything.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, those guys, Tom Brady he's got to pull that trigger every single time.
Yeah.
And what Tom could do better than anybody currently is that he understood the situation. He understood early on in the game, I'm gonna be on a shootout. I gotta do this. Oh man, this game gonna be nip and tuck. I can't turn it over. So I'm gonna force you to make a mistake. That's what he could do better than anybody. And you see Patrick Mahomes and you see Andy Reid. Andy got into like, oh, no. We're going to put, hey, I'm going to hold this horse back. I know you want to run, but I'm going to sit up on you and I'm going to hold these reins.
Right.
Let them make the mistake. See, and that's what they were able to do. And so Aaron Rodgers is 11-10 in his playoff career. Patrick Mahomes is 14-3.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
14.
That's crazy.
In 6.
Okay. One more hypothetical. Let's say you take Patrick Mahomes out and you put Aaron Rodgers in the same position with the same offense with the same players. Is he 14-3?
No, because I believe he had situations where he had just comparable players. Mistakes.
Right.
I don't.
So you think the fact that Patrick Mahomes' decision making with the ball in his hands is that much better? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And but guys, stop. Oh, Tom Brady. So if you're saying Tom Brady is the GOAT because he beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, so what's Nick Foles? He beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Is he the GOAT? Eli Manning beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Is he the GOAT? Joe Flacco beat Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game. Is he the GOAT? So I'm just trying to figure. He beat him twice. He beat him in the wild card game his rookie year, and he beat him in the AFC Championship game. So if that's what we're basing it on, if one player beats said player in a game, a head-to-head, that makes him the better player, that makes him the GOAT. So by that logic, Nick Foles is the GOAT, or Eli is the GOAT, or Joe Flacco is the GOAT.
Body work, the totality of your body of work. Obviously,
No, Brady did not lose the name quarterback. Nick Foles is the name quarterback, right? So that's what y'all saying. The guy been all over the place. Remember, he was in Kansas City. He thought about retiring before he ended up going back to Philly. He was in Kansas City. He was at the Rams. Look at how did he look at Chicago? How did he look in Jacksonville? Remember, he got that big payday from Jacksonville. How did Nick Foles look in Jacksonville? After he had did what he did to the Patriots, went head-to-head with Tom Brady and didn't blink, how did Nick Foles look? So that means he's the GOAT because he beat Tom Brady in the biggest stage. Eli Manning, he the GOAT. He beat Tom Brady twice. So he got to be the GOAT. If that's what we're basing it on, y'all in the chat, you're saying because Brady beat Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, therefore he's the GOAT. What is Eli Manning that's 2-0 head-to-head in Super Bowls against Tom Brady? What's Nick Foles? Now you see how flawed your argument is. You know it's more than that. Because it's regular season, it's MVPs, regular season, it's all pro, it's Pro Bowls, it's Super Bowl, it's MVPs, it's a lot of things. Passing touchdown, led the league in passing touchdown, led the league in passing yards. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of things that go into this. It's just not wins. It's a resume, it's a body of work. Right now, for Tom Brady has the greatest body of work. But to say that Patrick Mahomes, and it doesn't mean that he's gonna catch him or surpass him, but he's ahead of what Brady was at the same point in time in their careers. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance he can catch him.
Yes,
there's a chance he can catch him. How? It's possible.
Here's the thing:
you keep that unit together. Think about what the Patriots did all the time. The pieces to the puzzle with the Patriots change every year, whether it be offensively, whether it be defensively. Different receivers came in, different running backs came in, but there was one centerpiece that always remained in place, and that was 12. So the same thing could happen over there in Kansas City as well.
Right.
You manipulate the money, manipulate the cap, move some of Mahomes' stuff into a signing bonus, and you'll always be able to continue to be able to build around him. Always. Yes. Which means you will always be in contention come hell or high water as long as that centerpiece is always in place.
And let that sink in. They took away the last 2 years, they took away the most dangerous receiver in the NFL, and Patrick Mahomes won an MVP and got the back-to-back Super Bowls. Now, you tell me that's not greatness. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. So if I took Jamar Chase away from Joe Burrow for 2 years, who are the best? If I took CD away from Dak for 2 years, hell, Dak can't get to the Super Bowl with CD, so that's a flawed argument. Who can I go? I mean, who can we go with, Ocho? Who can we go with?
Don't talk.
I just said, Ocho. I'm sorry.
Don't talk about the boy. Don't talk about the boy.
You're
like
right.
That.
So if I take away whomever we think are the best wide receiver comp or quarterback duo, and I took them away for 2 years, what's the likelihood that you believe they could win an MVP and get the back-to-back Super Bowls?
But listen, that put that
because I don't think people realize what happened. He lost Tyreek. Tyreek is the first player in NFL history to go back-to-back 1,700-yard receiving seasons. There's a great chance Tyreek Hill, he could possibly win Offensive Player of the Year. I think it's probably going to go to Christian McCaffrey, but I'm just saying, back-to-back 1,700-yard receiving season.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes lost that, won an MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, and going to back-to-back Super Bowls. Now, you tell me what they did. Because, he had Tyreek. Well, he hadn't had Tyreek for 2 years, and he's back in the Super Bowl.
Buddy good, man.
Yeah, and
buddy good, man.
That's the same thing I said about Brady. Do you understand that Brady went to – and see, this is why we said about Joe. Do y'all realize Joe went to 2 Super Bowls and won 2 Super Bowls before Jerry set foot in San Fran? Do people realize that? Yes. Joe Montana won 2 Super Bowls and was 2 Super Bowl MVP before Jerry set foot in San Fran. Tom Brady won 3 Super Bowls before Gronk set foot in New England.
Them boys was good, man.
I don't disvalue any quarterback based on what they got. Jerry was great. Jerry took Joe to another level. Joe took Jerry to another level. Mm-hmm. Brady was great. Gronk took him to another level. Yes. Tyreek was unbelievable. And the GOAT conversation. Now, you do realize Travis Kelce tied Jerry Rice for the most 100-yard playoff games in NFL history. He passed Jerry Rice yesterday for the most catches in playoff history.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where. I think he's close behind Jerry in touchdown catches. So he plays big in big moments. He plays great in the regular season. All these 1,000-catch seasons. Y'all make it seem like I said Gronk was a bum, but based on nephew's body of work,
yeah.
Y'all make it seem like it's out of the realm of possibility. Y'all make it seem like I said, oh, I'm the GOAT over Gronk. Nah, Travis Kelce got a compelling case. And for me, based on what he's done and how long he's done it and the consistency, he's the GOAT for me.
Yeah. It's hard to argue it. It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue the numbers. It's hard to argue the resume. It's hard to argue the body of work because it's right there in front of you. So when you have a compelling case and you're looking at the facts, I mean, what is there to say? Because then if anybody wants to argue the fact, then it goes down to based on preference and you just eliminate the numbers. Well, I like this individual player better based on whether it be style of play or catching or whatever it may be. Maybe it's your favorite team, but they will come up with something to move the goalposts to argue the fact regardless of what the resume or the body of work says.
Right.